In this tutorial, we will implement a real-time scoreboard device. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And if you want to access the code or the assets of the tutorial or looking for help, you can check our Patreon in the description. Let's continue with the tutorial. Hi everyone, in today's video we'll be doing a real-time scoreboard device. So let me first show you how you can set this device up, and don't worry about these volumes. Actually, it's a really easy to set up device. All these volumes are just for testing actually. So we have, as you can see, this is the device itself. So you need to set all the player spawners on this device. So the first two are just the test devices that you can use. So if you want to test this with guards, for example, you can just set up a guard and then set up a guard spawner, and then you can set up volumes. So basically this device is tracking the scores of the players. I've set up these test volume devices so that when a player or an NPC enters them, they get a score. So that's a way that you can easily test this device. So first two and most of these device setup here are just test devices. And then of course you need the score manager. I have it on score value, and make sure that its award type is add and not something else, and make sure it can be activated by anybody. And that's actually most of it. It's up to you if you want to show it on the HUD or not. And then we have the UI details for the scoreboard, so you can just customize a lot of it on just through the device settings. So you can set the row counts on the scoreboard to display. I set it to 5, and then you can set the row size, and this is the pixel size of the row. Then you'll have the vertical offset in between the rows. I just set it to 0 because that's how I like it. Then we have a couple of textures here that you need to set. You can use your own textures as well, but if you want to use ours, and if you want quick access to the code of this video, then you can check our Patreon in the description. And then you can set the sizes of these separately, right? Then you come to the anchor and the alignment of the scoreboard. So this is basically places it on the top right of the screen, and then we have a little bit. Then we have the top offset and left offset for the scoreboard. So basically, this places the scoreboard on the top right, and then it gives a little bit offset from the top and from the right, right? So negative left offset means it just gives it offset from the right. But you can position it anywhere you want on the screen. So since I have positioned it on the top right, and there that's where we have the player count and the minimap and stuff, so that's why I also use a HUD controller to disable them. And actually that's the entire thing. Yeah, we have nice textures as well, and you'll see how they are working all together to create this scoreboard. So let me show you the code. Once it opens, yeah, okay. So here it is. So as we talked, we have all these. So we have an agent data to keep store the canvas for each player. Then we have all these editable variables that I just showed you. Here we have some message constructs to construct a message from a string and from a string and an agent. Then we come okay, so actually now I have realized that I actually don't need that. we just actually have canvas per agent, and that's enough. We don't store anything else because we are using the score manager device to basically learn the score of a player. So that's what we do. But of course, we actually store the scores of each NPC because score manager device won't like keep a score for an NPC. It will only do that for players. So first we listen all these events and most of these are just test devices. The one event that the game actually listens to is the player spawn event, where we initialize the canvas for that player, and then we spawn an async function that takes per second to update the scoreboard. Actually, this shouldn't have been necessary. We should just be able to do this on an event of the score manager device, but that's actually not working properly. So we had to use an async function there. So this is just a test function that increases the score of that player or that agent by 1. And then this is again a test function for the NPCs. When they spawn, we just track them in an array, and when they are eliminated, we also remove them from that array. And as I said, on a player spawn, we do just the canvas creation, right? And in the update scoreboards, for all players, we just update the scoreboard. And inside of that, so we get all the agents. I say agents and not players because this could be filled with NPC agents as well if the test mode is open. So basically, and a little bit more about that, since this is a optional guard spawner, so as long as you don't set this device, basically real-time scoreboard device is not going to be in test mode. But it doesn't matter. You can actually test mode doesn't disable the actual player functionality of the device, so it's just an addition to that. So here we get all the agents and the scores in 2 arrays, and then basically from that we according to how much row that we are going to have on this scoreboard, we are pulling the maximum values from that score array, and then we are getting that getting the agent of that maximum score, and then we are recording them to this row tuples array here, and then using this row tuples array, we are populating the scoreboard. First we are setting the row to empty, so if there is you might set the row tuples to you might set the row count to 5, but for example, if you have only 4 players or 3 players in your game, then the last 1 or 2 rows will be just empty. And here we have the canvas creation function for the most outer canvas. So this is just handles a placement. And then we have the inner function, which loops basically, and for each of that iteration creates a row of the scoreboard, and also gives a little bit here the vertical offset that it gives, that you can control through an editable variable. And here is the row canvas creation function. So first we have the background of it, right? Then we first put on the most left side, put the row icon, and then we have the name text. We have the name text, and on the most right side we have the score. It's pretty much a very basic thing, but it does wonders. And this is the little utility function that we use in the update scoreboards. It's just given an array of integers, it just returns the index of the maximum value that it have found. And that's about it. So let me scroll a bit slower to the top so that you can make sure to see the entire thing. All right, now let's just actually test it out. Okay. Oops. I'm getting a bit. All right. Let me start the game. All right. Now you can see that it's my name on the top, and then it just says unnamed pawn for each of the NPCs. So you can, so as long as I'm in their range, they will attack me. So I can just enter here. I'm getting scores, and you can see that I'm increased on the scoreboard. And then I'll just make them chase me, so that, yeah, you can see that they're as they enter the volume, they gain score, and then their order in the on the scoreboard changes. So basically this is very versatile. Why? Because it just uses the score manager directly, so it's up to you to in what situations you give a score to a player, like and how much. Like you could be giving, like, I don't know, 10 scores on an elimination, like 5 on an assist, and maybe like 1, 2, 3 scores on other stuff. It's all up to you, and you can by just changing the textures or the sizes from the device variables, you can customize the scoreboard to your liking as well. And actually that was all. To access the code or the assets of this video, you can check our Patreon. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed, and also leave a comment on what role you would want to see next. See you later.